Good afternoon. Welcome back, everybody, to WWTA News. I'd like to thank you all for coming back to see what else is going on in the world of finance, economics, and cryptocurrency. To be brief as we can, let's say first, hit that like button if you haven't already. And if you have any family, friends, or loved ones who you feel could use this information, please feel free to share it with them. You can share the link or just let them know, hey, check that brother out. All right, all right, we're going to get into some news. We've got a few articles, maybe 3 or 4 articles we're going to go through. And the first article is Tether enters Latin American market with Mexican peso-backed stablecoins. All right, so Tether proved themselves when they had to let everybody know what was backing their USDT. And so I guess that they proved themselves, they continue to make moves. And as we do see with stablecoins are making a movement across a lot of different countries and nations. So it says Tether, the company behind the crypto industry's largest stablecoin, has launched a new stablecoin pegged to the Mexican peso. This is exciting news. One, it means they're going to be operating on blockchain. 2, that means they'll be accepting cryptocurrency on devices or point of sales, obviously. So once they do that, you can move in that system in digital cash, digital currencies, so on and so forth. The article continues to say, Tether has announced the launch of MXNT, a new type of a stablecoin backed by Mexico's national currency, the peso. So technically, this could be similar to their CBDC, basically because they're backing the currency with their own currency. So it's just a digital currency backed by theirs, right? So it says initially MXNT will be available on three main blockchains: Ethereum, Tron, and Polygon. So you already know I'm a believer of Tron. Tron's been sitting in the background for a long time because Justin Sun and all the craziness behind himself. But since the communities began to take hold of Tron, I'm definitely all in trying to grow my Tron currency for a reason such as this. Ethereum, I'm not a fan of Ethereum. Obviously, it costs too much. It's just stupid. Polygon, yes, I am definitely a fan of Polygon, but the prices have been changing a little bit because more and more people are using it. So we're going to need more blockchains to step into this arena. So we have things like XLM, Stellar Lumens. We have stuff like Solana. We also have stuff like XDC. So all these other blockchains and XRP, obviously, that can make these stable coins that, we can use these blockchains. Polygon's pretty fast. Tron's pretty fast. Ethereum, give or take, depends on the day and the time, right? All right, so it says MXNT follows on from the company's existing stablecoins, USDT, EURT, and CNHT pegged to the US dollar, euro, and the Chinese yuan, respectively. So to me, stablecoin, CBDC, is it not similar? It's almost the same thing. Do you really need to create anything else when you already have these things in existence? In my opinion, no, you don't. But, it is what it is. But, yeah, so Mexico is in the arena, and, as a North American, and Mexico being a part of North America, before anybody says anything crazy, that's actually accurate. I know people like to say Central America because it's the central part of the Americas, but there's technically 2 continents, the northern continent and the southern continent. So Mexico's a part of North America. All right, that's what that is. All right, but let's continue. We have seen a rise in cryptocurrency usage in Latin America over the last year that has made it apparent that we need to expand our offerings, said Paulo Ardonio, CTO of Tether. Sorry if I butchered that name. According to Ardoino, a peso-pegged stablecoin will provide a store of value for those in the emerging markets, and in particular Mexico, minimizing volatility for those looking to convert their assets and investments from fiat to digital currencies. Now check it out. Wonderful thing with this, and I'm glad they pointed this out. So, we move into the cryptocurrency space. We're going to move and use cryptocurrencies for any possible different reason. We got NFTs in the gaming space. We got NFTs in entertainment, so on and so forth. And so NFTs will be swapped out for a currency. And 9 times out of 10, when you swap it out, you're going to probably swap out for something stable that you can then use to purchase things in the real world. And so a lot of different cryptocurrencies are in that space already as well, but with with stable coins, it's going to make it that much easier. So you will, especially as we look at what Mexico's doing. Mexico comes to people from the lower half of North America, also known as Mexico, and these other countries inside the lower half of North America. They come into the United States, the northern half of North America. They conduct business, they make money, they then send that money back home, they turn it into peso, and then that's how they live their lives. Wonderful things they do. Nobody's taking anything from them. That's not what we do around here. What we're saying is that this blockchain and cryptocurrency makes it so much easier for them to do these things, because literally they can go into Coinbase, go into Binance, take your pick, turn it into a digital currency, digital cash, move into your personal wallet, and bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, you can go on your way, go home, do whatever you're going to do. You can even send it to another wallet in your home country or homeland, and so forth. It makes it that much simpler. And now that they're adopting these these stable coins, once they're accepted in stores, point of sales machines, then it's just, imagine you've got a cousin or uncle or an aunt or whoever in the States, right, in the U.S. They're growing money for the family financially, so then they turn it into digital assets. They send it over on the blockchain, 2-3 seconds, bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. They use Tron or something like that. They receive that stable coin instantaneously. And then it's in their wallet, and they don't even have to go turn into cash trying to get to ATM machines or whatnot. Once these stores are running this software, point of sales, they can just go to the store, pick up what they want. And then once you have other people understanding the value and using their devices for this concept, you'll have them interchanging and moving money. Now, some bad things can come with that, but good things come with it as well. Everything that's created is going to have good and bad. So yeah. All right, got another article here. It says Ether accounts for almost half of 520 million worth of liquidations amid weak on-chain data. Traders of Ether futures saw liquidations nearly double those of Bitcoin in an unusual move. Ether track futures lost upwards of 236 million, nearly double those of 125 million on Bitcoin futures. The losses were unusual for Ether, which mostly seems lower liquidations than Bitcoin on average trading days. Futures of Stefan's GMT tokens racked up 23 million in losses amid headwinds from Chinese authorities who banned gameplay of the popular Step to Earn protocol in the country. Futures on Solana lost 11 million, while metaverse-focused Sandbox saw 9 million in losses. So a lot of people, I don't know if banning is really causing all this loss of money. Because again, money's being made with this technology. I would assume that with all the issues going on in all these countries, whether it be the food shortages, whether it be increased interest rates, whether it be bad trade negotiations that have transpired, in a sense, you could honestly say nation has gone back to nation, and I use that phrase loosely, but just understand if you have ears to understand. So if we look at it as nation going back to nation, in a sense, we'll say that they are taking themselves back into a place where they can't rely on other nations, and that could be a major part of why we're seeing the drawback or withdrawal of funds from cryptocurrency. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Why we're seeing this big loss of devaluing, because it's not even devaluing, it's really just they're withdrawing money out of the system, because we're over 2 trillion and we're like 1.2, probably lower than that by now, but I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. All right, so we have U.S. Federal Reserve Vice Chair sees a need for a digital dollar. says Fed Vice Chair Lael Brainard said that the U.S. needs a CBDC to ensure the country's competitiveness in the global digital financial landscape of the future. Brainard said the rapid ongoing evolution of the digital finance system at the national and international levels should lead us to frame the question not as whether there is a need for a central bank issued digital dollar today, but rather whether there may be conditions in the future that may give rise to such a need. We recognize there are risks of not acting, just as there are risks of acting. And that's, I mean, it's not the conversation of the day at this point. With what do you say, stable coins in existence right now, with all the other countries able to get a hold of stable coins and they already have a value locked in, and there's really no nefarious actors at play. There is no having to believe that the nation's currency, if it was a CBDC, is going to be worth anything or not. You don't have any of that. There's no middleman. You just have the stable coins existing, So that's a wonderful question they pose, but it's like, really, is there really a need? Just think about that. Is there really a need? It also says in the U.S., the use of cash for payments has declined from 31% to 20% over the past 5 years. Moreover, for those below 45 years, the percentage of cash usage is even lower, she said. Therefore, it is imperative that the U.S. consider how to preserve ready public access to safe central bank money. For the future digital finance system, the answer could be a digital dollar. And again, we don't see most people in the United States using cash because they have bank cards. They deal in Visa, MasterCard. You have so many apps that you can use, and these apps offer you these debit cards that you can use to go in store and make payments. So you're pretty much doing digital transactions. Not too many people are actually moving around in cash these days. But as far as a digital dollar, is that not what stable coins do? Stable coins technically do that right now. So again, it's like, do we really need CBDCs if we have stable coins? All right, so yeah, I'm gonna close out with that. That seems to be all the stories we got for the day. If you got any comments, please share them down below. And again, you can hit the like button if you already haven't done so. And if you got any family, friends, or loved ones who could use this information, please send them a link to the video. And I'll catch you all in the next one.